family is now. One week I talk to the bank and say, okay, we have 500 million, we have 100, we have X, Y, Z number of farmers that we want to for. When you do that, you go back to the comment of collaboration. Now there are three different types of collaboration. The first one is that you have a form to manage. Just like what I do. So many state governments also give the doing that to us. All you need to do is back and they bring a form. You know that in Nigeria they don't pay, they don't want to pay you. Let them not know that that's something like government. So manage the form for us. It's very farmers farmers. If someone meets the criteria of the bank, that is the best time to follow for management. Then there will be 50-50. And that 50-50, what we do, the bank is 50%. The bank then there is also the non-funded arrangement. Don't fund. The bank, you do capacity development, the banks start on their own. Next. Now, we have the youth empowerment program, which is agriculture, agribusiness evolution. It is for youth between the ages of 18 and 35. You can tell us what I'm going to do. Now we also have women and programs go and learn more. You see, the program we have after the Benin, women in Benin, anything that we now, the gender. Now, for this women own, they can access as much as that, without program, or look at the age difference between 18 and 68. You understand the policy they are doing now? For everything now, the women are teaching in the church. We have women that are doing, but when it comes to next. Now these are the groups 18 to 35 and then 18 to 65 for now it's also this one now. But as startups, you don't have any business as startups, you can also access that. Next. Now, when I said that I will do capacity building, so once in a while, we gather group of farmers, we gather the police, so this farmer there is so this man has so many days. You know who will buy the network, we also different soil, not necessarily cassava, all that money we have that under capacity building. Now, those are some of the major market needs. Now, to tell us more, because we are looking at national reporting, under the federal government intervention, as a form before the agricultural credit has been there since 1977. So now it's federal government scheme, and based on it was supposed to be 85 million. 85 million, but I think in 2021, 2001, 2001, Union Government they increased it to 8 billion. That only has the right now we also have what we call agricultural credit support scheme. Also, that you can access in agricultural credit. Now, this one, most farmers know about commercial agricultural credit scheme. The central bank government information on whether to have a very online to provide for ground chain, production, store the processing, storage, and marketing, increase production arising from the production of potato and others, assist the bank to achieve the goal of price stability. So this fund is also available for access. All these funds I'm saying right now, they are private. Now, you know there is medal. What was medal? Currently, right now, medal is giving out funds. Medal. Now the condition the 220 billion fund is 9%, but again, like I mentioned, federal government in the Amalgamation has stopped that because of the all federal government supports even capital fund. Now, this is the angle plan. You as a farmer, you have money, you don't have money. All you need is to have sight. Now, a man comes up and says, I have capacity. Or a group comes up and says, we have capacity to buy all that is. Now, for instance, the person asks if capacity is more than off figure. Now, that off figure is also accounted for. Comes to an area. Now, let's see, comes to and comes to the chair. You go to that you cannot gather one tax and provide them. When you provide the bank can take all use to verify the list and just form. When that is done, that will be taken by the bank process. Now, what do farmers do? For instance, tomato. Each person is going to produce 5 you can wait for them. And then the bank will not take that they have put together. And CBN will now provide money for all those farmers. they will not give the farmers cash. They will buy inputs, all the inputs that they want, and then they will hand over to the farmers. The only time they give them money maybe for when they want to buy small money, the money that goes to them. At the point of harvest, these farmers will now harvest hand over these products to the anchor who updates it and go and sell. Now, I gave farmer A material in the input worth of 100. At the point of harvest, what we made for farmer A, I gave 100. What is sold, we have made over 200,000. We will move the 100,000 and the 5% interest. The remaining balance goes to the farmer. But as I said, that we might survive by the operators and some suspension. Next. NISA needs to be a scheme. If you are giving facilities agricultural loan and you pay back the loan, your interest, that interest that you came back to you. Now, the metamorphose, they are not doing so much, so they now metamorphose and take the level of job market and become nicer, now. We will not tell you, come here and talk about how we give money and how we don't give money. For you to be in agricultural business as a business, you must pass through some of these organizations. These are agencies and other government agencies that will assist. With affairs commission, you register your company or a business name. Before this year, was Naika have the sole responsibility of short water being on board. You have others to do all the job. It's not that I want to bring it out. There is also some that also do standardization. Now, for those of you that want to start, there is the Nigerian Export Commission, and then your tax as a whole, federal the Nigerian Export Import Ban, Nesting Ban, you have the South African Power Ban, can finance your exportation. Next.
Those three, one I wouldn't remove.
Thank you. I talk for fun. Perhaps just 5 minutes. But at any other time, each document that we need what is called the community and the business plan.
And the governance, third one.
It tells you if your business is viable or if your business is workable, and if it is suitable, then if it goes for that, the business plan is now executed. When do I do what and when does my income actually be affected?
Yes, questions? Thank you very much. I round up again for the regional manager. So we're going to excuse us 2 minutes to ask any question. If you have a question, ask him. And thank you very much. If you have any, just raise up your hand. We'll take a few. For the booklet of everything we talked about, the PDF file, it is available. So if you want it, you need to write your email and the poll where we register so that you get it. Because people have already asked about it. Okay? Thank you very much. Question.
This one's going to be last.
Thank you very much, sir.
This one,
The second time I think I'm meeting this, one NGO that they actually are one of the firms that organize the kids and they are watching. But anyway, my name is Farrell Tuko, for this day. Who's very low the idea that the most medicine are very beautiful. But I bet you most of our community farmers, community the hinterland, even on some of the communities that are off the land, they are yet to get to benefit people. So which one mechanism, apart from the day that the big organization that comes by and other people, how do we bring this to the nitty-gritty? When the local community, my local, the city, and other people can get to know. What do we do? Quick one, thank you.
Okay,
No.
it is surprising
First and small.
that most of these students, like I said, when I said there are portfolio farmers, we have people that specialize in any project that comes in to go and see the rural project. You have people they are aware. Now, besides that, the people that you mentioned to get to the rural areas now, Bank is coming up with what we call the mobile credit officer. Mobile credit officer, they will go to the field, they'll go to community, meet with the community head and introduce program. And then billboard, posters, and so like I mentioned before, people that actually need to move the document, and those people in the program are the
Go for flash up. Match up.
I hope your question was answered, sir. Thank you very much. Any other people?
And what so finance cycle is a very big problem. Because the money is risk. But I'm sure for our children, they are also working. I only not doing that. I came outside here, and I see how that works. They don't know that they do this. But when you have insurance board, it is fine. Because when you have insurance board, this is where you should really be getting insurance. So I would like to on how you can use an insurance board to pay the facility in agriculture. That's one. Then the other area I also have is I saw the most of challenges when it comes to that policies. Why am I saying this? They are asking them and they say I know very well that you will only approve the farm when you clear the farmland. And so in some other areas, it is easy to clear the farmland. In the other delta, it is not at all. And practical. For you to hire a different machine to farm, you need to pay for people of two, you need a little bit. All of them put together, you know what you need to get about it. And how long okay.
Thank you very much.
The insurance company are so sensitive, they are so foolish, that why they are writing, why they are giving an insurance, they will always hide. Now, very easy for you to get an insurance. The insurance will charge you for a fee. Now, when they finish charging that fee, they will not come back to the bank and say, we are insured this man does not pay this loan. We are going to pay. So the bond is now written. Now, they will now present that bond to the bank. And for insurance, you every year. So if the project is for more than 1 year, at the end of that 1 year, you don't renew it, the contract goes. So it's a very easy way of doing it. But now to mitigate that non-renewal, at the point of enforcement, the bank sees that this bond for renewing it is 200,000. The bank will hold on to your 200,000 so that you will be able to renew. On the second thought of transparency, that has always been the issue. While we are initiating the Anchor Grass program, they will tell you that the hectare budget for rice is 250,000 nationwide. Now, at the Savannah area, the Kemi area, and all the rest that will participate in Anchor Grass and the rice sector, you discover that money can go and then do everything for them. But just like you mentioned, for you to get a low bed or a need to move in the road, that money has gone. And so that has been our battle. We also made a proposal to places like NBC. But in the other sector, we see how we can partner with the communities. There is this tractor we saw in Thailand. What does this do? Move into the forest, eating and then mixing, chopping the wood and mixing it with the soil. So if a commission like that can come in, when we talk about this form and then promoting the form, it's going to be a big fight. Because by the time you do that, profit.
I'll let you know that.
Come on, and you will not be able to pay back the person.
More questions, you can write to him directly. Just call me, I'll give it to him.
I'm happy for him. To be honest with you, the capital flight of it to work because we do find it. You mentioned practice. We have a value saying that I need to have a conversation.
I'll handle it. I'm trying to. I'll handle it.
That's the major thing. Why can't you, as an organization, get that Commission of Agriculture to join you and say, okay, this is what we want to do. We should decide it all with you. We don't trust them. They have the same way they are doing this morning. We decide it. I can see any day. As I'm standing here, I'm 50%. I don't know what job. I can't do it. I don't know. But let me pass it. I want somebody. Let it go around. Without that, they won't come back and
Thank you for giving me the opportunity. My name is Moses Yellow. I'm the coordinator of the Entrepreneurs Club. I'm a business reporter because I present live report. Because of the opportunity, for the time zone, how possible will it be for you to take this? Because farming is absolutely how possible will it be for organizations very readily available to get to two for us to get those loans. But like others, you don't know this. But you need to know you need to know we must have these loans. In this, I have had a grant which is Padam. If you look at what that's the least no, I mean on the ground, that's the great, that's the great. The other ones, you don't know the game, you don't know that. So, how organizations that I want to buy can access people practically, not much possible. Let me start from here. So, before I read here, I'll stop for my class. I'll talk about my class that are accessible for those of you that are coming back accessible to come that don't okay. That's okay. Now, for what our brother has mentioned, I worked with all the regions on apart from everything that I was sometimes. It's only the area where the government are not interested in agriculture. We met October and met as I think to you, how we meet at the business. We have to forget, thank you. When you go, when you go, not having a partner, in Bayelsa, we former governor will just stage, we saw that we cannot do feedback and keep on. I'm not afraid of saying very on that note, completely I wish my contact with Apura, I have another, I have another. So on that note, I want to very thank
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next one. That was an amazing speech from the regional manager, Bank of Agriculture, PH. Please, our speakers would like you to stand here for our Zoom meeting so you can be connected. Please stand here and so the mic will get to everybody. The sound of the mic gets everybody. So we're moving on. Thank you very much, sir. We have a lot to do, but we're going to kick off with this one. This is an amazing, interested in investment and trade as regards agriculture. He has done so well, and it would be beautiful to get more insight on the topic dealing with challenges in urban and rural areas. And this speech is going to be on for 15 minutes. So if you have questions while he's talking, please write them down. Raise up your hand so that nothing is done. Just your question. I like how it's going. We're really smart people. Thank you so much. So, welcome on stage, Obiabe Obugo. We'll be talking on dealing with challenges in urban and rural areas. A round of applause, please.
Challenges of urban and rural farmers. But let me say challenges of farmers because I don't think we have urban. We don't see farmers around us. Then when it comes to the challenges of farmers, we always talk about climate change. But because Nigeria is not a balance, every disadvantage is an advantage to someone else. Since there is no is happy man because the boss business will make millions. When we talk about climate change, we have heat. Growing up when we started this business, for breeding chicken, it takes us about 3 weeks or so. Because we need the heat to be around 3 to 35 degrees. But today, it takes us about 8 to 10 days. We no longer need heat. So it saves us a lot of money. The climate change saves us money, it saves us around 4,000 per day because the market of charcoal is 4,000. So we do for only 8 days instead of doing 1 day. So when someone is trying climate change is affecting me, I'm happy with the poultry aspect that the climate change, there is heat, climate change also. Now, another bit of challenge we have is information. From all what the other speaker said from back of Agri, you understand that we have so many things going on, but we are not informed. Although, even if we are informed, we don't have access to those things because I call it a precious waste of time. Because it takes about 2 days, 3 days if you need to access this thing, a farmer that clears his land, they want to, they start applying. It takes them, they pay about facility study, the right to facility study. This region, in the next 3 weeks, you have grasses everywhere. In the next 12 months, you have trees again everywhere. To pull up those trees, you need a bulldozer. So before you get to the stage of having access to those funds, you're already losing. We have funds. People say funds is one of the major challenges. But to me, funding is not a major challenge because we went into farming with so much money and lost that money. So to me, one of the major challenges is having a mentor, someone to guide you. You have to learn things. You want to start poultry farming, even with 500 birds, you don't need up to $1 million. For feeding and buying and feeding, apart from structure, you don't spend more than 700,000. So 700,000 is money you can get from family, friends, and little savings. Funds must be saved, borrowed, inherited, or stolen. We don't encourage people to steal, we don't encourage people to borrow, we encourage them to beg to start. Then when you're on, you can now borrow money. Because the bank's borrowing money, but the interest rate is not so high, but borrowing 10 million naira means you have to pay about 950,000 naira in the next 60 days. The next 60 days, you will have 1.something million. And if you are farming, what will you be farming to have money in 30 days to start your repayment if it's a commercial bank? So you run into trouble. So it's better you get what they call angel funds from friends, family, and those people that spend money training you in school. I'm a lawyer. I know how much I spent to be a lawyer and how much I spent in law school. If I use that funds properly and the time to do farming, I would have been a billionaire by now. We have insecurity is a challenge for everybody. My farm is located around issues to have someone that around me. Whenever I go to the farm, I pray to God. But I told myself something. The day they will catch me, if I come out, maybe I'll try my best to echo the forest. But by His grace, I go in almost every day. I come out late at night. God said we should all return our dogs. So we don't even be asked any longer, even if you are about the government. Now, another challenge is price. We can't, because Nigeria is not level, we can't produce at the same cost. So when I'm telling you, I sell chicken at 1 per kg, someone is telling you chicken is 1.6 per kg. Because he calculates the cost of production. Over the years, we will lose and learn. Over the years, we realize that the chicken from 1,000 chickens is around 60,000 because the cost of chicken. And that's a basic salary. Over the years, we learned that the poultry farmer might use a feed that will take 8 years to produce chicken at 2.1 kg. We realize that there is a feed we can use and produce chicken in 35 days, same kg. So we try to bridge the gap by the time. So if you produce in 8 weeks, you have 2 months salary already to pay. We start selling at the 9th week, you enter the 3rd month, we have 3 months salary to pay. At the end of the day, you say there is no profit in poultry farming, and you back out. So make sure we produce within 30-something days because the phone is 30-something days. So have just 1 salary per day, and our kids are the ones that pay that salary. We are not talking about the head. So make a lot of money from this same thing. Many people say there is no profit in because making money in 40 days, making profit in 40 days is a miracle in this country. There is also a logistic problem. You know, the farmers produce, but they don't get their food to farm. You know, we spend so much trying to transport goods, feed, and all that. For 2020, at the end of the year, the cost of fuel for my farm was 7.3. The total load I took for 2020 was just around 6 million. So the load I took was not even enough to buy fuel for the gas. Because the dealers can take only 30 bags of feed. I need 30 bags of feed daily. Every day. Yes, we can solve this by investing from the buying a trailer of feed, buying a trailer of feed and saving 200 naira per bag, and I'm saving this logistics. But how many of us cost Nigeria so much to put in all our money? We don't know that we are running out, so we can't put all our money in the bank. Then there is a mass in farming. I have a wonderful little son. When I said I'm always smiling, but at the end of the day, I stop smiling. When it's time to pay the bill. Why? I can produce as much as maybe 500 bags per week. But because I did not know the mass in farming, I will have meetings for Monday, we have Monday and Thursday markets for food learning. I will have meetings for Monday, for Thursday and for Friday. But my generator is constantly on every day. I have water's bill to pay every 30 days if I go in. So I have to see, I think I have to draw out my farm on the paper. I have to prepare my best, count my best and all that. I learned the math that I must not a seed weekly. Transplant every week to make sure I have excess. It is better to have excess than have a shortage. It is better my neighbors call me, that boy will dash people when I have excess, than for me not to meet the market demand. Then there's a problem of preservation. Like for poultry, when farmers produce, if they process, you have to preserve these things in cold rooms. You know, if you have a cold room, you have no power, you have to run the generator steady. If you don't process, you have to feed these birds till they are caught up. So at the end of the day, if there's no preservation, you lose all your money and you run out of the business. Personally, I have a cold room even behind my house. Although it almost put me out of business in January, so I'm not using it. You know, so so farmers have challenges, but it really depends on their area and the kind of farming you're involved in. For crop farmers over here, the challenge is our kind of soil. It takes
Yes, I do. I'm aware. What I'm telling you, I'll show you how to work with it.
In the north, all they do, even if you don't farm, after 2 years, you just start on the land. Just try everything. After 6 months, they have trees already. You know, so the man still does not look at us as farmers. They don't want to finance us. The government does not want to be involved because many times people will do the learning. After the learning, we can talk. A day when people like 100,000. So in a day, you can play just $10. But what about farms? A farm is not supposed to be less than 500 to 1,000. So how do you do all that? So basically, the people in the south suffer so much.
What's that pillar?
And it will be very difficult before the scale of farming will come on. Because we even wait for everything to come from
Let's set it up.
from Jos and the north. But we have the most fertile ground. But unfortunately, the cost of production here is so high. You know, it puts us out of business. Then again, farming is a full-time job. For most of us see that as a part-time job, that's not a problem. I'm also a visit for that. If we go to our farm every morning and go to the field, we will understand that farming is the best business in the world. Thank you very much. Any questions, please?
This is it. Why is this on?
You said something. So much money. And lost them. And the cost of everything. What are the reasons? Thank you.
Any other question?
Simple. The reason why I love my money is because I come to the market to farm. I don't know what they call time. I don't know how to buy my time. I will do this thing somehow professional way. I'll stop taking out things out. You know, so my cost of running the farm is constant, but the production cycle is not constant. Today I do chicken every week. All I tell myself is this week will not run.
Hello, my name is Francis Amado. Oh yeah. That's why the school lost about 1.5 million naira worth of imbalance. Because the person that came to be an expert in giving the fish, all the medicine and all the rest of that, what turned out to be what? So what I want to know is anything like a database, because I have to tell myself I will come up and say we're experts in poultry, we're experts in this and that. But at the end of the day, anybody who goes and conducts them loses his money. So is there any safe way that anybody who is planning on investing can safely go to anybody and say I get personally qualified? So that's my question to you.
The most important. I'm sorry to say, but I don't very I've seen it. I've lost my money, I've lost it. So you cannot tell me what to do. I've been doing although I've guided myself. So you need to ask the man, where your farm? How long have you been doing it? You know, consulting is a practical thing. You must have gone through the challenges for you to guide someone else. For me,
where's my phone?
I don't take a couple to guide anybody. Recently, just the doctor called me and said he wants children to learn this thing. The professor, I told him I cannot take money because I need them to be fair. So the security in the country will reduce. And anyway, if I have to take money from the market, I take. Because we have business style, they might see a better market tomorrow. I want to link so, but for fish generally, fish, for those who trade fish by sending money, feeding the foreign feed and all that, it's very difficult to make profit when you're low scale. For you to make money in Africa, so you're making 200 naira and 10,000. For broilers, I don't choose more than 300 naira. I want just 300 naira. You know, so if you want 1,000 for one broiler, you end up having profit. Thank you very much.
No other questions. Okay. If you have more questions, you can write it down, please. This is the final one for this session, please.
My name is Bobby. I want to become a podcast. Not a question, become. I feel like farming is very serious. Future, I do have.
It's not a problem going to the knowledge. If you can pay or that. If you need to build your house, you get an engineer to build your house. You don't have to respect. It's a difference. You don't need, you can pay for that. I pay for that. And we have one to do for that. I know that. It's not very important. Like I want to be the head of the following the world. You have to be able to see that somebody has. What do you think? What they are called, nothing else that changes in all. Whatever you have, I don't know. Thank you very much, brother. That was amazing. Thank you very much. You're very fun. Yet you keep being very pleasant. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, so on stage, the CEO of Farmsby Limited. That's what I have for this too. Welcome to the World Cup Show. The one I really appreciate for example, talking about the topic, managing agribusiness in northern Nigeria. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, well.
Definitely, thank you for um, so much um, um, digital form, right? And I just I just realized today that I'm found myself very productive to only allow not 10 to depend on the other person. Um, but I started that I am multiple procedures for this and underlying. And I want to how to decide on how to wait your cover, how to manage it in Nigeria. So I will start with talent. I think one of the tasks for somebody who wants to go to a college they ask is what do I okay. So I think I'm 27, I have one. I have one. I always say that. What do you want to have? Because I'm expert. You tell me. So the best thing that you should find out is what do I want to do in agriculture? Instead of you just have been blocked by one problem, then the security challenge, and then if you want to you get you get and then finally, I is also the market challenge and it's something that is not, it's something that is over time. So let's start with farming. I do doing very well. There are many things that I will do. I'll try to do them fast. So let us be sure and read. So definition and reading. Maybe one has said, one has English for doing something. The real reason and reason tells you. I know someone who said that what to do about farm. And I asked him, why you want that? I was thinking to get oh, I need to be a lot of money. But I'm heading that being affected or reason why somebody wants to farm. Look what to be here to say, oh, mommy, I want to do farming. Some people say, okay, this is my direct plan, or this is my plan as a young person. I want to do farm. So the first thing you want to do is to define add value to the world. Some people have a process plan. So some other people, for example, or age, sugar, whatever. So usually they are going to get as much issues as in terms of raw food. So they have to go to college or they have to do application like and making them produce what they can do in their own farm. So those are the reasons why we go into farming. And the reason we go into farming is to learn how you approach So, so let's say we so before you agriculture, what was without research, like very blunt, like getting income. So the number of challenges we have and today is very overwhelming to the amount of research. So what are the things to research when you also do the what is research as my level whatever writing. Before you start there, you realize that before activity are just making what you know and qualify. You have to get your students. Then you have to look at the area, what's happening for you, how get the and so on and so forth. You have to make sure that you have to consider that is very for your progress, mind, and your kind of performance. You have to also find a way to manage or implement. I just say you cannot cross those plans. So what would roll out the example? Have you ever start the or have you told one of when what is what realize that we have one so we also have to family and young kind of that. Now, I also use the market side, I also use marketing house as the idea like keep going for example to really like any day that we have over population, you know where to go. Because the market so in the market is good in that right? You also have to check the market to know how to and then the middle of and I have myself so one of every time you do a person I tend to do make our farm and then February and we and they have other things professional research and how to come back where we look at to study we get it, we try that, we liberalize, we cover so what we have to hire regular because we have to hire other people and we have all so this is important for time. So in every location, there are a lot of factors and there are things. So you also have to figure out from life cycle. You have to know when you decide right? They want to plan, they want to wait from September so that you make December, the other period get it. Those ones that study especially for farming. The thing for farming and you don't have your own greenhouse. You can not plant or you have that. So you have to look at like I mentioned before, a migration setting. Logistics schedule. So sometimes it's like a people base, right? You also want to know things that are not what can happen. Very much. You want to know when you start, how you get your business to get your business. And finally, like I mentioned, what there's a particular time in Nigeria when that is all that is so I understand what you're doing. So as a modern farmer, you also want to think of all these things so that okay, so production this is the account. As a farmer, you have to with any other country. Way or you have to ensure that you record themselves, so revenue or cash flow. When you start, you have to find out how much if you are able to how many or how many before I need one of these right? Know the number. If your number has to what is the that will know so that you know that if I'm not doing this amount, the low and low capital, so that making profit from it. It's very important. And then I find possible analysis very important, right? There are things that you cannot start a farm without. You don't have. There are things that you should have, but there are missing. There are things that there are things that you say put up because you cannot have. It's like every this operation, right? Then about that, you are going to start all things that you want in your life. You have to show that, for example, you have good food when you are not seeing you know, a lot of because something that so a lot of people have to invest too much. I think something that when you see that go back to the so you have to and then you tell about all that and all that and then you get to after because it's not consulting to the range of following has very important. So before I went to the I had was the best right? It gave me a ton of headache and happiness. So when you actually talk, or you very and long run, need for a small time. This is why pay on this one. So when why is it that you use your process? And sometimes we have things that you do, right? That you can do. And then the one they give you all that they have. And so that you don't have to do it. So if you want to ask them, ask them about practice, special requirements, and timing. Because those are the things that you ask your conversions or your mentors. Very fast. It's actually from farm. So I'm not going to go to the okay. I've got a lot of farm. What I do is multiple right? So you go to the farm and that is it's what there's no other even a small shop, the organization is to share everything or that. Why not be farm, right? So people find what to transfer that. So you find go areas, there should be places the very company, very small, people very if you don't have those things, you can't properly measure what your they go all that. So that's very important. I think that's what we got. They are counting. I think community is very so I'm what about right? And then all the days I see on the people ask questions, I have to them so in every kind of this one. So you can find a community here and now what we do you can find the community, right? Always state your government and get almost because they have all things that I need for all actions that's what they do. My question, I just have or yeah, technology after how very so for this my philosophy of farming so they will farming so okay, I have I want to start and then start food, right? And then what I want to do what we know is so it's not easy so your job how that is about go to them and people need to have the aspect don't need to get so you just have a job go to farm everything right it doesn't necessarily follow the farm what is going on in the farm on the daily basis you have to you have to look at it like a factory not like a house because most of the time people get for you right after the like seasonal and plant you say this is like how you make for people are studying right so what you have to do that is intentional and okay, so last one, first time, another thing. I want for I have been set up to members on police, right? I was saying, I think say, and then also like, and then back. Right. All of that is that. How we are fighting get out so our mood to the back, right? So when we get out depends on the and only about 0.1 this comes to the and also your family body and messages. So, why we get this Farmsby is done by and making first of so if you happen and you cannot say this and what you have you like get what you want and you wish of and right? You need more and I am and the to get a central part of it. And how one is for and there's another one about that. But just because of actually from the partnership, I would like to invite Michael from talk about partnership and decided now, partnership, I think, so this partnership are in the help. First thing, right, we come and move making about tomorrow. Somebody is very important to not have for the person or not have for the business. Either invitation or return of so, argument said, this particular partnership only has one, either contract, that's something that and the mentioned most people should be which is honestly about this. You know what to start. After you first have it, or after you first have it, it becomes so difficult because I think the thing is also that there is not at some point you have already and checking around somebody in front of actually check online about agriculture. So now I decided to write out a few of these particular projects and how we can resolve this with this challenge. First of all, I'm just but also it will point out say now if you want to now the proper management or the proper without the situation. Now the farming in the long term, but also the very important something around how to start one it's okay, it's very and the start small but it's also very good how we get investors we talk by following and telling you how to spend to get on children. What we will be doing here, talk about definitely handling crop production, and then we are going to be handling food production. Now, if you ask me, would I prefer to each day I don't anything that happens? I would prefer to produce starch. Because starch is actually more difficult than starch. Now, like what you know, the normal sense of not every single person that will be on that I don't know who is go or recognize that to produce that. Now, starch is used for the love and the country that people are not properly. So here we are able to tell us that okay, this is what we are doing. Now we're going to also present chicken around the three stages. We do not have some shipping so now we also have to Christ. Yes, we will give it more because comfort will bring the happy, the reduction, and the output of after it has been processed. So here, I'm going here. Now, the reason that I told you, it is very smart to make it investable. It's very smart. And I decided to do not like to say anyone. To try and do something, this is what we get, which is beneficial. Thank you very much. For um, more protect for food and so we have this is not the end of our but this is we start. Alright, so moving on. Thank you very much. Like everyone for and trade show. Like I said before, we have vendors outside. Farmers who have made okay. Farmers who have made good use of their product and who have added one to the value chain of farming and agriculture. So we have to move on to our second section. I'm going to talk with a panel section. A panel section. Now I am so excited about this part of the show. I have so excited about this. But these are women. Alright. So I'm going to hold on a bit. Just so that great women, more great women are about to talk about farming. So farming is not wrong. It's still in growth. Some of the I'd like for us to welcome our first part of discussion. Two amazing men who have been here talking about the final section shaping agricultural in the Niger Delta. Very important. Very important that we discover and find out more about 60 agricultural questions in Niger. And now I'm taking to talk about government policies, information panel for farmers. Is the Commissioner for Agriculture, fully represented by the Permanent Secretary, Mr. Morris Overload. Around the background, very much that for the occasion, I'm really honored to have you. Thank you so much. Okay, and we're going to see other farm loads. The home is the representative. Information channel. In the public currency as well. Around that as well. Agricultural communication. 5 days each support about shaping agricultural in the United States. And formulating we for discussion is interactive. We all need to be involved in this because we understand importance of agriculture, and how I want to talk about the condition of agriculture represented by I'm going to talk about government policy. I will watch policy. What we need to know how to go about Good afternoon, everyone. I'm giving you some pictures of the water. I will follow I didn't and pull out all of the time issues and other issues. So we don't get information on what's going because of the time. As a company, the main thing is policy. What to put in that policy and software place. So actually coming. The government basically to that information. So for this particular company, the form that rice farms, so also we have time to go. Now, in terms of funding, government can support from this team. Detail on the farm. And a whole lot of programs. So basically, we include digital education. I think possibly how to use the market but I'm sure there are facilities like how to go into work together from how to say, because but basically, I think I got all people to come with the form. Okay, thank you very much. So, the topic today I would like to ask. Do you have questions? Okay. will give you my sensitive. I think it's about sharing that culture. I want to work with the national and holding to that family. I want to appreciate the we are one of the traditions of this world. And we are you will talk to her, you will talk because we believe that you want to these are the important stuff smart and other how do you have because I don't have a and consider it a community. Consider it again that more of the company what problem agriculture daily concentration and always so not government policies are long people, beautiful and on the and all that for digitalization and sustainability and even this group policy and discipline is any time is something and even something because beautiful something is a market. Another to compare. You don't know enough. And you don't rather not now. How can it and so much but because government policies that are not achievable. Because the government becomes policy and the next one will get it from government. Nobody wants to support the government. Finally, we have to never have the government to do that. The actual on research about that couldn't be on this land. But now, over there, other than one guy and a half. And I want to them, if all of them are people, what is it? And I heard out nobody there. And the young man there, he said, how do you think? How do you think? Yeah, you don't have to I was also able to see. So, what I'm going to do, when you are ready to go into the back, I will say, with all you know, you're going to see. The common here is knowing how to get it. And what one goes and do that, the next time we tell them, they are wrong. Why is it that? You don't want to know. What we do is see that, and learn it from the farmer. And how much you remember the collaboration, not happen. You can't access anything that is sure that the part of the mind about how we share the unity that for the wisdom done.
So much. So I'm going to kick off with a question, and then you all people, my brothers and sisters, would interact with the three meetings. So you said that farming is a business. That's true. So many people just like to say, you can prove it, you buy land, and that's the people I thought other people, right? You know, they're really gone over how many responsibilities, right? And when you said that if you want to keep a very communication and know how to farmers, how to take something, you should watch over the TV, and come to interpretation here. Agriculture, agriculture. So we're young people and you know we all care about them. We want to be able to and see this thing using following protocol for the nature of agriculture. I don't have to wait forever to get the point, to get the work. You know, I don't have to wait for the rest of our lives to get it. Because something you, okay, you have a lot to do as well. So how to keep for all today to get something apart from video, TV, and communication culture. Thank you very much.
How do you share the teaching? So we all say in hold on. So, if you want to inform the world, and I thought I was doing that. You don't know what you do. Because some of the guys say, oh, you need that, you don't have that, no. That's why I said, you need to start on radio, TV, advert, and all that. And I'm not going to one program or another, and everybody knows everything. Yes, I want. I think that everything is out there. It's now the show about everything. I have to really try to work that everything. I'm going to go. Now, what do you need to get for? For instance, this is the South Park. The United States difficult to get it. You understand? I am saying because so what do you want to do? Sometimes I think that but I don't know that there is no one that so I don't want to I don't want to about what is about once I start everything you want, you say one of my behalf, I want to say, who was who is the one who is I want to go. Because in my other there's one out there. Don't be policy of and the one come down and that what is called who is the one? Because I don't get from the phone. And I'll show you that. There's no one
anyone is not performing, don't want the person to do, because they're also asking to, you understand? You don't know that. And the level, it's like they are acting like a commissioner and level. So the people have to give you information. But I don't have it. Of course, His Excellency has gone ahead, to attack this fault himself. We are discussing with NADA. I don't know what's going on. There's NADA, National Agricultural and Business. We are not discussing with them that instead of having another economic production in terms of land value, what that means is that if you have Europe, except in the north and the north, it will work. So it's going to cost a lot more to cultivate 1 hectare of cassava as you are being offered. So separate that land. Now the same to NADA, which is a body, to decide whether the president has come forward, it's okay. We are going to do you some good by taking off the issue of land. So it can't go, but of course we know that that's federal government talking. I don't have the mandate to work in the federal office and say, I promise us to do it. You understand? But practically, we can look at Giovanni even saying to us that when we are done with road construction, because we have the people, all these DA and all of this money will also go into land. So the ministry is not sleeping. We are doing a whole lot to ensure that but I can assure you that if people in the same city can come together, if you have sincerity, come together and do something that God will not invest in. So what are we talking about? If coppers do say 3 years ago, a copper won an award here because he was able to grow rice in Canada. So what am I saying? It's easy for us to sit down here and say things are not working. But maybe if you look at it, the university is not working. Because outside all of these issues, remove the issues and try to fall ahead. Because there are a lot of things that I don't know. I get things that I go to report, I go to invest. You see fancy ideas. Things that are thinking. The average age of my grandfather is 60 years. So very soon I'll be 60. So what other condition going to do? You know what's be on you? But I want to possible to get it right. So I expect innovation. After all, the person who came and brought out the idea that global perspective, it's a human being. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I need. But I can assure you that we are saying I'm passionate about it. That is why if you don't put each other in front of us, everybody knows it. Because I'm always there. Big in, big out, I'm always there. You understand what I'm saying? But I like this kind of that I'm making. Because it shows that people are ready. If I look at the crowd here, if I look at the development program, it means people are ready to do business. So let us talk on the way forward. This thing that happened 10 years ago. Because 10 years ago, I was not the head of the department. 10 years ago, I was not sitting down. So today, who is responsible because I have to secretary now. So if in the next 6 months, we're not seeing the problem, we don't know what to say. But we rest assured that it's not God. Because this is one with grace too. But emotional comes with a lot of grace and I'm acting to that grace. So maybe the next time you see Madame will smile. And God will smile. Let me talk about this. If you listen to yourself and ask yourself a question, if anybody told you any kind of hand holding for yourself, or hold on. What
saying is, we have very confident about answer. Then, the way to answer, you know what I'm saying. The answer to coincide with it. So, what I'm going to say is that there are agencies in the business in the university there, and you know, Nancy, they came, they prepare you for some things. Nancy. No, Nancy. Speak down. Don't speak down. Don't prepare you. They put you and what I want to because of question to ask. Nobody here or even in the world wants to go to big business. I don't go for funding and not hire a professional. They'll come and say, look, we don't have books. You is an accountant. You like what a function is that. So when you actually everything is there. So whatever you're going to, I'm not general, but many people I think there's something you're not doing. Go back, think about it. For us, and the other lesson, we train, we can train. Like that, come to us. Like I said, it's difficult. No, it's not. Yes, there is people, you see all that, but the truth is that you know the next place to go to. Not the beauty. Everyone's there, they show, they share, everybody, they don't ask. And nobody wants to see celebration. And rather than just use all that person, don't take it in. I will talk with you. And if you're coming and your agency and I cannot do respond, I will operate the next agency. I will keep it. But people don't do that. They sit down and they assume. I'm sorry. Government has their own. That's what is what the government has. Standard of communication for agricultural development in Nigeria is perfect. It's truth. Of the law of imaginations, where some assumptions are made way of all this. They assume that this is this, they assume that this is this, they assume that this is this. No, it's not possible. There's nothing is impossible until you try. Try first. See, when I got this call from government, the thing is that you pay the funding because, like I said, having is now a big business. So the big million to fund, you buy anything, you pay me very well. That always will be percent of things about That's what I said now. That's the things about So you consult people, which I think is trending. My friend doctor will tell you. Some of you want to understand the fact that the person is doing very well. Today, under the one state, one product, the person is the only one that is selling with two products. So you think we're sitting by, not sitting by. The thing is, how do you get it? Just come. You get this question for free. Maybe on another day, I'll pay you. So that when you pay, you invite the person. Yes, that's something.
Okay, so just ask your question so that we'll move on. We have a lot to go.
Yes, very straightforward. I want to comment two very happy. So the first one is about the Peter. When we prayed about those who are agreement, we discovered that there was no participants or those things that hey, what do everything, what do they allow those women actually, and he was going to know it we used to have cheap solar this. During the time, I actually wrote, it was my research, and they bought $3 that's what aid us in teaching in real estate and bring our roots from this color of white collar jobs. And I'm not asking you, let me please allow me to answer. Where are you doing for us?
You see why I love sessions like this because I don't need to. First of all,
before I answer that question, someone talked about. I remember a group called the Central Women. You know, when they came to my office, I think we were looking, but they took me around all the AGs, sponsored by themselves. And I was shocked at the number of women they have. Now, going to the question and ask, you know, I said, don't hold me responsible for something that happened 10 years. Yeah. But why I can categorically answer all the questions is because I know I can speak with you, that file is on my table, and I can tell you categorically that you will be able to cover 3 of those questions. One, it was subject of a massive discussion. It was not as easy as just said. Persons took the university government votes. But because of the deadness of His Excellency, we were able to maneuver around those courts to have professional appointments. You don't have a seasoned lawyer as well, and then you can go through the court processes. I can speak with you, you'll be able to recover 3 of those persons. Right now, there are a series of proposals on my table on how to bring their doctor, their therapist, and then put them in another meeting. So if you come to my office Monday morning, I will show you. Some of those methods. The doctors are here, I will take you, if you want to put yourself in the group, come, I will take you and show you where the doctors are. One is song, but we tell you that not it. You understand what I'm saying? Because of course, there have been inside the water for a while, but there are people who are saying to us that we can fix it. How to put us down? One, a woman. A seasoned woman that says, look, give me this now. So what are we doing?
All right. This is the final one. More questions? Just
you know, repetition environment. Remember, you and got involved because you know it's sure. For me, before, that's why it's now. The training program, for when we spoke to people, we said, agriculture, application, that's class results, they can say levels. So, what can you do for this? So, we took them over from the selection process. Because now involves that's for in space, you know, we get involved in the communication. So let's get that to when you meet the hybrid. The selected and brought to us, we then are supposed to be farmers and the only body and to get in that and train them and will now put them to the farming.
Finally, let me just, so today is a good day. I'm sharing ideas with you. Even though we have closed our legalization exercise, and many farmers to come and for big farmers to catch. I think part of us how many of us here participated in the exercise? Okay. Because of the good work this organization is doing, I will assure you here that as African Secretary, if you come with your communities, you will still hold the side and everybody. The number of us you understand what I'm saying now. Because funds are available. I don't know whether it's not giving us all this. Because he knows that there are funds available now, but you need to go through pattern. I was talking about counterpart enormous. When you have to make decisions this enormous. I don't think my brothers have not spend money to what are you going to say about asking people to do something? It scares a lot of people and will have a very serious occasion. I said, no. The most important, they're not registering cooperatives. It's not the service.
Corporate general. Before you come to us, you will come with a cooperative certificate, which Thomas will not for everybody. Now, the issue is because if you have a professional with them there, you understand that it is not just about money, but you have to make it as easy as possible for them to avail themselves of that position before you come to us. But I can assure you, even if you have a serious document, come. So you don't have to go through that boss exercise. And like I said, I will hold on the exercise. So we're done, but I will still create that link for those that attended this event.
A round of applause for Mr. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And before we get to the next session, this is an amazing keynote speaker, the first woman to speak today. Yes. But I want us to, and please, if you want to contact them, if you want to ask them any questions, you follow them, you ask them. Okay, so she give your number. Please drop your number, sir. Thank you.
To show you how that I'm going to my numbers. Without the good people, just all the second one. I'm not any of the enemies. I will still give you. I will still give you the number of my number is simple and it's like this. 080 33 09 94 080 09 94.
Thank you, sir. Yes.
So long as it is adding this.
Okay. Around our again. We achieved a lot of that session as well. Okay, so for the vendors, they're outside. So if you want to check out something, you want to buy something, go see what the farmers and business people are doing through farming. Shout out to Delomat Farms and Service Limited. Delomat Farms and Service Limited. These are our vendors who registered on the Farmsby Conference. Also, SoloCAD Multi-Ventures Limited. SoloCAD Multi-Ventures Limited. They're outside. And also, Alira Perfect Blend of Nature. Alira Perfect Blend of Nature. And P1 Nature Limited. P1 Nature Limited. Our amazing vendors here at the Farmsby Conference and Trade Show. And then finally, Fifi Food House. These are really amazing vendors. A round of applause, Fifi Food House. Also, you want to eat, you want to get something natural, all that stuff, they have it there. Thank you very much. So, my name is Honey Ojugo, and it's an honor to welcome an amazing woman for the second section. We have done well for ourselves. A round of applause for us. Thank you. The keynote speaker is going to be talking on the topic, empowering young people through agriculture. Empowering young people through agriculture. Welcome on stage, Ezelma Antonia. A round of applause for her. All that we are grateful and we can't wait to learn from you. Thank you very much. A round of applause again.
My name is Mr. Antonia. That business for life everything. Life means life, empowerment for something and performance.
in Niger Delta, and I'm their business coordinator there. Fortunately, my portfolio is young people, empowering them through agriculture. Actually listening keenly to the contributions from everybody here, those that have talked, because I think they are very, and I was able to pick few things. I'm happy to say that the livelihood program is similar to one of the suggestions made by one of the speakers. The model we operate is called the occupation model, where we call the young that the apprentices, that those that want to go into agribusiness. We attach them to establish agribusiness to them. I remember somebody was talking about consultation and all that. I'll tell you now, for you to enter any business and be successful, you need to trade for some time. You need to attach yourself to somebody who has done it well. Just like the Igbo system, where an apprentice spends some time with the by a master and learns the business and set up later. That's the way you are putting our program. You will be attached to an established business for 2 seconds of a particular enterprise that you have chosen. Thereafter, you start yours under the mentorship of that same person who trained you until you get your feet. Because whether you like it or not, and business has its own challenges that will discourage young people from moving on. I recall there was, I came from back to back country, and I recall the Niger Delta affair. It flowed to some of the challenges of the people. And the guy, then I was head of the South. I advised this board, the youth, they were sent to Israel. I don't know why they sent them to Israel, learn how to raise. And he came back, and I asked him, what do you know about poultry? So they told us when we went to Israel. And by the time I started talking to him, I found that all the land was all theory, classroom, and the business need to learn practically. And I said, you are giving $1 million grants to start a business. Why don't you attach yourself to the poultry farm? As a poultry attendant, so that you will learn the rudiments of this business. So I think I know this. Can I disburse this money to you in practice? Just in case. Second time I want my 1 million. That's what we are doing. My 1 million. Look, you are doing it 1 million. You want to grab. Secondly, please look for somebody to buy these things. I can't continue. They are dying. I told you, this is what we would have done. If you have attached yourself to someone else's business, so that you see all the challenges and how that person tackled that challenge. So with that, I will start. First, I will start with the role of agriculture in Nigeria. I actually gave you something I wanted you to play. Can you please play it? I just want you to know that this agribusiness is not only happening in Nigeria, it's all over. The COVID-19 incident has made a lot of countries to realize that whether you like it or not, food security is number one in anybody's life. I think the person one who that made a statement, I'm sure you must have seen that going on, said that the business is no longer the backbone of any economy. It is now the oxygen. And that is the truth. You saw what happened to us with COVID-19, that we were locked in without food. You saw how the prices of food went up because there was no movement of food from the lands. I'm sorry to say, I stayed in the north for 55 years before coming down south. This is my first time of working in South. So I've always worked in the north. Unfortunately, as a Niger Delta, after that was 6 years. But when I came here to work, I've stayed for 1 year plus now. I found out that all the intervention, government intervention towards agriculture, seems not to work south.
I want to turn the camera.
In the northern region, it's working very well. Why is it so? And I'm sure you experienced it during COVID-19, where they were no more bringing food from the north. A lot of things became expensive in the southern region. Why is it so? I think that's some of the questions we should ask ourselves. So can you just
just one violation. This is a copy by if you show this.
you're having problems, you may just go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna close it at this point. Violation. Just one violation.
This is a copy by
Anyway, the long and short of what that lady is trying to tell us is if we want agriculture to be attractive to the youth, we must present it as something attractive. You know, the concept the youths have about agriculture is that it's for old people. It's for people suffering. Repeated by that picture there. And that's what the lady is trying to say. Why won't you make agriculture look sexy? Because I know youths, it's only when something is sexy, you will be attracted to it. Yeah. Anything that looks difficult, the youths will not be attracted to it. So how do we make agriculture sexy? How do we make agriculture attractive to the youth? I've tried to enumerate it. I said, first and foremost, we need to create awareness. So how do we create this awareness? If you look at the youth of nowadays, you are always very busy with social media. So there may be need for us to create this awareness using those tools that are attractive to the youth. Then another way is to organize trainings, seminars and workshops for the youth, like what we are doing now. But it's not enough for us to train. Like in Life Engine, we had what we call the orientation, business orientation training for the youth for about 6 days. Thereafter, we now attach them to establish agribusinesses for them to get that practical experience. So for me, my advice to the youth is that apart from taking advantage of this kind of forum, where you train yourself, you get the theory about agribusiness, try as much as possible to do a follow-up, to attach yourself to that agribusiness of interest for some time, to learn the rudiments of that practical, not just the theory you have learned in the classroom. Then another way is professional guidance. These established agribusiness outfits that we are using for our youth also are expected, even after they've left what we call the incubation center. We expect them to be mentoring them, to guide them, introduce them to sources of input, introduce them to markets, not just leaving them alone. So you need guidance, and that's what I am suggesting, that apart from training these youth, let them have the practical experience, and at the same time, there should be a form of professional guidance to make it attractive and for them to be successful. Then again, I know that the government official here was talking about what government has done so far. Yes, my own experience, just like that lady said, some of these things are not practical in practice. You will hear in the radio, you hear on television, the government has earmarked such and such amount of money for agriculture.
But does it really get to the hands of those that need this intervention? I think that's another teaser that any government official here should think about. So there is need for as much as possible to monitor. Probably they could set up a monitoring team to ensure that any intervention made for agriculture, especially for the youth, there are quite a lot of intervention that the CBN is releasing for the youth. They should have this committee that monitors it to be sure that it actually gets to the people that need it. I know that one of the problems of agriculture is land. Whether you like it or not, it's still a problem because we are facing it in our program. Some of our beneficiaries have already informed us that after this training you are giving to us, how do we start our own? My family has no land because our base is a rural area. My family does not have land. So land is still a problem, especially for the women folk. Most of them don't have title to the land, so they cannot even have access to the land. Land may be available in some areas, but how accessible is this land? That's another reason. So there is need for government to at least provide land. I was happy when the acting permanent secretary said in River State, they have this land they have cleared that people can use. It's a good one, and I'm going to enjoy other government officials to take a clue from. Then grants. Loan is a difficult thing to get, especially for the youths who don't even have collateral. The guy from BOA has given a list of what can access. If you look at the figures he was calling, for the micro loan where you do not need collateral, 250,000. What can you do with it now? Whether you like it or not, there's problem with underlending. If you go to a bank and you have prepared your business plan and you need funds to carry out your business, and the bank is offering you something less than what you need, please don't accept it. It is true you are desperate, you need money, but be careful, because if you take less than what you need, you are going to run into trouble somewhere along the line. And from experience, most of our youths, they don't even have personal savings that they will use as a shock absorber should they find themselves in that position. So as much as possible, write a good business plan, you approach a bank, and if the bank refuses to give you exactly what you want, don't out of desperation say, okay, give me whatever you have to give to me. You are going to have problems with your business if you accept it. Then another problem is that most of the programs we have here in Nigeria, there's no follow-up. If you observe, a lot of governments that have come in, they have programs, but it's like once that government goes, that is the end of the program. I think somebody highlighted during the presentation here. Jonathan government will come, do his own and go. I recall Obasanjo had his own program for agriculture. What happened to it? There was no continuity. So as much as possible, the government needs to try and to see that there's continuity in any program relating to agriculture. There's something else I want to advise you, the youth. If you want to go into agribusiness, please do not say I am into poultry and that's the end. Look at the value chain. Think about diversification. Like you are into poultry now, you know you're going to have challenge with disposing of the waste. But I'm telling you now that even the waste can be converted into money. I hope you know that already. And then you can grow vegetables within that same farm. And then you use that manure as organic fertilizer. You know, most of us are becoming very conscious of our diet. We're all becoming very organic. So anybody, any youth that wants to go into agribusiness and has it in mind that, oh, I'm going to focus on one enterprise, you are going to have problems. Please, As much as possible, think of other things so that your sources of income, income you earn will be coming from different enterprises. That's the only way you are going to succeed in agribusiness. So in conclusion, I would say agriculture should be handled as a business, not as a hobby. If you have your business as an agribusiness, if you are into agribusiness, do not think that you will seize that opportunity to be giving gifts from your products. And for you to succeed in agribusiness, you have to be very shrewd. Even what you are using in your house, you must cost it. And for the women especially, because I'm passionate about women, your husband may come and say, bring one chicken from that your farm, let's eat. Tell the guy, bring the money. There's no free lunch whenever you are doing business. You must take note of that. If you want to give to your friends that come, tell them the money, help me to grow. Otherwise, you find yourself going down. Thank you very much. Next question. Questions?
Thank you so much, Ma. I'm happy we have effort here. We cannot do much in agriculture without effort. My question is so simple. Do you partner with other GOs that has something to do with the value chain? Like for instance, we are passionate about women. We train women for United Nations, where the institute is a verifier for sheep trade program of the United Nations. And most of these women need kindness because when you finish planting, if you don't have the market, you come back to square one. So what I'm saying is that with IFAD, can you partner with women who are already doing something, who wants to come to you and add value to it? And if you do, how do they approach you?
Well, the way we operate now. Actually, the model we are operating right now is such that we are looking for the unemployed or underemployed youths and women. We train them, we attach them. You just have to go through those processes. We attach them to an established business. They start their own, we give them soft loan to start their business. That's the way we operate for now. Does that answer your question? Yes. Okay.
Any other question?
Good afternoon. My name is Owanaka. So I want to ask, as the training is free, and secondly, how can
What did you say?
the training is free, and
yes, the training is free. I don't know, are you all from Rivers? The people all sitting here, are you all from Rivers State? Okay, because we are operating in 9 states. The 9 Niger Delta states. We have not started in Rivers and Akwa Ibom and Imo State. But the training is free. And then the process is that we screen you, you can apply. You apply, we screen you if you are qualified. Because it's for those between the ages of 18 and 35 years old. But for the women-headed household, your last child, your first child should not be more than 15 years. Then you qualify to benefit from our project. Are you okay? Number 6, Woody Road. That is the headquarters. But we have state offices. And those are the ones that are implementing the project. We are just coordinating.
Oh, my question is this. Agriculture, she said, is a business. We all have to take it as a business and not a project. What is your advice on cluster and individual farming? Because cluster farming that comprises of 5, 6, 10 persons, there are different ideas. Like in the case of don't give, this is our business, give. And most of this giving or demanding is coming from government officials. Sometimes they come to inspect your farm and they will expect something from you in the farm. They will come, they will pack their hillocks and they'll be waiting for your produce. Because I stayed in Kaduna State. I go there before I came down to River State. And as you are talking of Bank of Agriculture, like what I said the other time, all what we did here happened in the north and they built them. But it never happened here. What is your advice on cluster farming, individual farms? Thank you.
Cluster farming actually has its advantage and also disadvantage. In cluster farming, you take advantage of economics of scale. Maybe getting inputs in large and cheaper rates and all that. Exchange of ideas. Because you are in cluster, you exchange ideas. But then, if you are unfortunate, the membership of your cluster, you have people that are not cooperative. You may have a problem there. Then, as individual, it also has its advantage and disadvantage. So the choice is yours. You understand what I mean? I will not tell you this one is better than the other. But I know that when you are in clusters, there are a lot of benefits associated with being in clusters. One, even when you want to take credit, the banks prefer dealing with clusters because it's cheaper for them that's the cost of administering that loan is cheaper. You meet everybody in the same place. And then even for getting inputs, it's cheaper. Somebody that is supplying input knows it doesn't need to be going to different places to be dropping inputs. He just brings it in one place and you share. So I will not tell you this is better than the other because everything depends on experience. Some people have worked with clusters and they had problems. And some people prefer to work alone.
So, why I ask this question is because we just collect data for ginger farmers in River State, and we are waiting for the return of the data. According to them, the CBA has to filter those information that are not accurate. So, any moment from now, the next we come and we'll start capturing. That is why I asked this question. Secondly, your program that we get to start in River State, in Akwa Ibom State, please, when you start, can you please, with Farmsby, pass information to them so they can pass information to us. We don't know how to get our data, but we were at home when they called. They called one of us on phone. When we had the way they are sounding, we know that they are agri persons, not scammers. They call, they mention your name, they tell you this, they telecommunicate. They can still communicate with us for the program. Thank you, madam.
They are working on that collaboration already.
Hello, my name is Kelvin, and my first degree is mechanical engineering. And I saw a need for farmers for local fabricated machine. So personally, I've worked on. Can you hear me?
Speak up, please.
Personally, I've worked on. I said my name is Kelvin, and my first degree is mechanical engineering, but I'm interested in farming. So personally, I worked on garri frying machine, peeling machine, and some of the machines farmers will need. What's your advice for someone like me?
Are you saying you fabricate this machine?
Yes, I fabricate this machine. I design them, then fabricate them as well. So what's my place in your organization?
Okay, that's input supplier.
Exactly.
Input supplier. Actually, what do I say now? There was a time we placed an advert for people who were interested in being our consultants in this area. Where do you stay, first and foremost? Are you in Port Harcourt? You are in Port Harcourt. Okay, I'm sure when Port Harcourt takes up, they will do the same advert again. You need to register with us as an input supplier so that when our beneficiaries need inputs, we link you to them. And if you so desire, I'll give you my card and you can come and see us. But like I said, Rivers has not taken off. Hopefully, we will take off by next month. Hopefully.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ma. That was an insightful conversation. Don't forget that the theme for this year, Farms by Everyone Conference and Trade Show, remains financing and developing agriculture through collaboration. So a lot of conversations that will be going on would let us know how we can collaborate, how we can finance and how we can develop our farming business. And I like how that is going on. So we're going to welcome another speaker, but just like we had the panel session and it was really interesting where we had conversations and we could ask questions and questions were asked back to us, it's going to happen. So wait for that, it's really going to be exciting. One of our vendors would also be there. So let's welcome to the stage. I wish we could listen to music. So we'll listen to music in a bit because I know you also want to listen to music. And if you're hungry, you could buy food outside, get something for yourself, drink something nice. Mr. Ufon Ebon, the Executive Secretary and CEO, Institute of Export Operations and Management, is going to be talking to us here on hydroponics, grow more with less. So welcome on stage, the one and only Mr. Ufon Ebon, Executive Secretary, CEO, Institute of Export Operations and Management. Ebon, sorry, it wasn't spelled, no, sorry. Ufon Ebon, right? Oh my goodness. Thank you very much. It was not my fault. I'm so sorry. Yeah, there's a lot of research. Check it out. This is it, okay? It's not. Okay, okay. What happened? Okay. Okay, sorry, sir. There's a mix up. Okay, so you do it, sir. He's about to leave. Thank you very much. So sorry about that, sir.
Sorry, sir. We meet ourselves so we can adjust that. I'm sorry. I'm equally living on the event. My name is Ofon Udofia, Executive Secretary of Export Operations and Management. Actually, what I'm asked to do in 15 minutes is more than that. So I'll just give you a teaser. And I think I have a lot of women here. When you talk about packaging, they're the best. When you ask a lady, why is it that when you go to the street, you look at this and package myself very well? Am I right? You ask an old woman, why is it that all your daughters got married on time? I package them. So I want them to start packaging products so that they can earn money through export. Hello? Women, hello? Hi. I'm for you because you are expert in packaging. So what I'm just going to do now is to talk briefly about how to package for export because you package for local market. Are we together? Hello? Hi. So friendly. So I want to talk about packaging, and I want to start with overview, value addition. All these things I'm talking about now, if you plant cassava, you don't turn it to gari and package it of the starch, we are not making money. Because what the mongers, like the fish mongers, will come about to pricing of fish, which will be, but if you package it, you've added value, you make more. And I can tie it anywhere. Packaging is an investment. Hello? I want producers to look at packaging as an investment. Who don't look at packaging as an investment? Packaging is an investment. Without packaging, all that we are doing is nothing. You won't sell. Create added value. Packaging, advantage of packaging, packaging and traceability, export packaging, factors to consider when packaging. That's what we are going to look at. What creates added value? Quality. When you talk about quality, does it meet or exceed the expectation of the buyers? That's one of our major problems. Just last week, somebody called our office from Abuja and they go to our website and say he has most of us that are from the Igbo land, we use cocoyam to cook soup. You can pick powder cocoyam from the shelf now. And the man has done a good job with it. He showed the wife. She sent the package of it. And he wants to have an export market. I said, well, with your packaging, somebody should be sure to say, if I eat this product, this is what I am meant to benefit from it. So I now told him, first of all, you need to do analysis. We don't know your products. Why must I buy? By the grace of God, have done the analysis. This product is coming up very well. I don't think that we have time to show some of those products. I have the pictures. Then functionality. How is your packaging functional? You see different wine that are being packaged. There are some that are packaged that you cannot use in a party hall, you must use in your house because of the way you open it, ease of usage. Women, before now, when I was younger than this, if you don't have a tin cutter, you need to use penknife or knife to open your tomato. These days, you can just put a finger palm and it's open. That's an aspect of packaging. So the product you want to sell into the market, will they be struggling to open it? Will they be struggling to use it? So you don't just produce a product and think you are done. You must make sure that your packaging is right. Is in a useful form. Most of the time, Nigeria, we are still doing carry. You don't carry overseas. You must package in such a way it be easy for logistics. So when you want to do export, you think of those things. How do I package this product that it will not be a burden to my person out there? We just had a during the Corona. One of person I'm training in Ibadan, she did orange fresh potato, fresh one for export. Her challenge was that she did not read the manual. The man said, "You must give me a carton of 1 metric ton per pallet." And she did 2 metric tons. She had an issue because the forklift in that factory has a 1 metric ton capacity. And it doesn't matter now, have put inside the carton. No, that alone. Do you know what the challenge she faced? The product got bad, and she has to pay for it to be destroyed. And she lost the entire money. So in packaging, it is not just about the colorful. Is it functional? Can it be used? Where it's going? Is the place right? Maybe they are packaging palm oil. You put it in such a way that they want to carry it from the airport. It spills. You pay for cleaning that place environmental. You pay. And your buyer will never buy from you because you are putting him in a very big mess, in a very big trouble. Creating value in the product, procurement of inputs. When you want to do your packaging, where do you get your inputs? Sometimes I go to the supermarket, and when too much of doing is not good, I'll see some loaf of bread and run away from it because the packaging is not food grade. It's not food. You see the paint that they use on that packaging of bread. It's not food grade. It can give you poison. But we are rushing over it. Your packaging material must be food grade. Long ago, they used to use cement paper to tie granite for us. Two of us. Well, for people that at least, if we're in secondary school in the 80s, 81 and above, they used to use cement paper to tie granite. We were eating cement. So that's it. So that's an aspect of, if you look at it now, thank God for the plastic companies that are using cellophane. Converting input into products. How do you convert your input on a packaging into products? You've got a lot of inputs. I was in Tanzania for United Nations training. I was amazed. Part of their packaging material is plantain stem. They dry it. When I was told I was giving 15 minutes, I didn't want to come with samples. I got a product from a woman. And if you look at the way they dry the plantain stem, and they use them to come up with the packaging product for their tea. You know, they have coffee over there. And it looks fine. Let me even tell you, when you think you are enjoying, you are buying moi moi on a wrapped polythene bag, if they boil it on the fire, it's prone to cancer. The base we use is the leaves. That's why some Yoruba people up to today, it will interest you. We export moi moi leaf to UK. They will give you a session that I'm doing a party. All I need is you use the leaf for me. So we must be very careful because without packaging, you cannot end up, even to sell locally. Marketing and sales. The way you package your product, you aid your marketing and sales. Supply and logistics chain. If your product is not properly packaged, you will disturb the logistics chain. You can't deliver properly. How many of you have seen Julius Better of Lace packing their blocks when they take it to site? They put it on the pallet and carry it on with the forklifts. It reduces costs when you do good packaging. They put almost 50 to 100 blocks on a pallet and carry it. And whereas the roadside ones are just carrying one block and they spend more money. So you pay attention to your packaging. Scope for value addition, providing services for cleaning, washing, grading, packaging, storage, and transportation. Most of our farms in Nigeria have certification. Why? Packaging is part of the problem. There's what we call global gap certification. How many of us have heard global gap certification? Global gap, okay. God bless you, sir. It's a pity that most of our farm products cannot be sold internationally. When I say internationally, in Walmart, in Harrods stores, and the rest. Why? Because and for you to have a certification, you must have a packaging bay where the product will come from the farm. How do they handle it? It's unfortunate that when you say you want to export vegetables, my brother, I'm not discouraging you. You don't carry it on your arms. No. If you go to Lagos Airport on Tuesday and Thursdays, you see how they quarantine vegetables. As they pick it up from you, you don't touch it again. They package them, put them well, put them in a ventilated carton for export. So for you to do that again, for the company that will give you certification, you must have that space for them to be sure that after harvesting, how do you handle it? So even for the freight product, even locally, the way we sell them, if you want to have an extra income, if you are doing what the Equatorial woman is doing in the farm, why do I need to buy it? If you say you are a youth farmer, you are using innovation, you should do something that shows that your packaging is different. I just did a course with TFO Canada. We consult for them. If you are to export to Canada, they have a new standard for packaging. Because of Corona, how do you package your product? How do you write the what you call HACCP for your products? For them to be sure, even though they are not rich, but they will know from the way you report your HACCP about the packaging. Situated in product side, like for fresh vegetable, most of the packaging must be within that production side. Because like most of the people that get vegetable from Benin to Lagos, they lost almost 20 or 30% of that free vegetable because why they are going in transit, the way they carry it, all the junk trees, and when they get there, they will now remove the outer one because they don't cover it. We don't even have facility to carry it. So I also have good news for you and this man. Somebody has brought in a cold chain facility that they want to sell. But ultimately, it's in deep shit, so he wants to sell it. Scope of vegetable, banana, pineapples, oranges. Okay. Let's see that. I think I want to do that. Okay. Can we see that? No. Go ahead. That is on. No. Yeah. That's onions. I see onions. Egypt is making so much money from export of onions. The way it is packaged, it is when they allow you to take your inventory very well. Tomato, carrots, chilies, root crops, and the rest. I have limited time. Okay, go to traceability. Go to traceability. No. Go to traceability. Packaging for traceability. Okay, stop it there. Some people think that this line you see, you can just copy it anywhere and paste. No place. Some people say, why I need barcode so the supermarket will buy from me. It's more than that. Yes, people sell barcode on the net, but the internationally accepted barcode is from GS1. If the United Man was there, he would have told you it's an arm of the United Nations. It's generally accepted. The barcode help you in branding, labeling, and traceability. One, what do I mean by traceability? If you have a child and you ask him to go and learn storekeeping, you are making a very big mistake that is going into extinction. Supermarket don't need a storekeeper again. Because with your barcode, you can program it as you are buying and you are seeing the girl is carrying his sensor to it makes noise. It's reducing from the store and at the same time showing the price of this product. I went to an event, just like what happened today. You know, when I go, I first of all go into where they are displaying the product because my packaging is approved by United Nations. When I pick a product, I now use my phone. With your phone, you can know whether the barcode is correct or not. As I just put on my phone to look at it and censor the barcode, it's also can Jacob's voice. Because I copy that thing and paste. So instead of me seeing handset, I was seeing bottled water. So that's a training for that. You need to be educated about barcode. And when, just like the same way the bank collects information from you to open an account for you, when you are doing a good barcode, you need all your information. We present GS1. We will need your NEPA bill, need somebody will list what we need from you because the moment we decode, somebody decodes that, it will tell them everything about it. It also help you that people will not pirate your products. We get your CSC certificate. It should be there. So barcode is very, very, very important. Some market will not even buy from you. They want them for labeling. Labeling is very important. How do you label your product? Some people think you can just go and no. Your label will tell your story. I know a young lady, this part was telling me about ginger. I know a young lady in Kaduna, she's making ginger oil. And because of the village she is, the color she chose, what she addressed on that paper, when we went for United Nations program, people were surrounding her because apart from buying to give her money, they also want to buy to help the village where she comes from. Coming from Ogun is an advantage if you know how to put your label because the world is having sympathy on you. Apart from giving you direct money, this different product. How do we help these Ogoni people? So in labeling and when you package, you have one superior quality, superior efficacy, you have superior customer acceptance, superior innovation. Yes, in package, how do I bring innovation into what I do? It pains me that we're not thinking in Nigeria Delta. Yes, I'm from here. I say with passion. I went to the Gambia, just a country very close to Senegal. What were they doing and calling it ginger tea? Nchao means leaf. They were boiling it in a pot, dried. And meanwhile, you can blend that same nchao and put it in a tea bag. People are making local tea now even from Zobo. So we can do that. That's why I'm talking about innovation. We have it grown on the apple. How many of us is aware now that we are having bitter leaf tablets, capsules? Are we aware? Yes, there's bitter leaf capsule. They use it internationally to reduce sugar level. And here, meanwhile, we own the bitter leaf. We own the bitter leaf. But somebody has just sat down to be innovative and created it. Now we have someone that we eat like everybody's eating it now. What do you call it? What, this one other leaf that looks like flower. Moringa. Moringa. We have moringa tablets. Singapore, the container will be buying it and be making guy with it. So packaging product for business. Yes, when the package look, because one, a woman, I think someone used to know her, I've forgotten her name. She does ginger and spices. She sent a container load of spices to Germany, best quality, everything, but it was returned back to Nigeria. You know why? Because of a single packaging mistake on the container. She came back and said, but she has lost about $1,800 freight. So in packaging, like one day I fought in domain. Well, it's in me. When I go to play, I look at it. For you, for customs to even look at your packaging, one, your carton will have a barcode. The product inside the carton will have a barcode. The pallet will have a barcode. So if I just use my phone to look at your pallet, I will know the barcode on the pallet. It will show me the barcode on the carton. I can now multiply the total quantity of product you have inside your container. And meanwhile, we look at packaging as way of money, packaging investments. Personal packaging is to put a right buyer. Have you ever noticed that when you buy a product in a carton, as you want to carry the carton, you get to the house, the carton has given away. Have you noticed that? Yes, in packaging, when you are ordering for carton, you look at the weight of your product. We have 1 ply, 2 ply, up to 7 ply. So your product, the weight of the product will now teach you what kind of carton do I need that I carry this product not get or get torn. Now when I pallet it listed, it's not something you say because okay, please don't know the way you carry it. Nobody, you will not be there to guide people. I pick a product outside and I ask the woman, this product, if I buy it, what do I stand to benefit? She started explaining to me, say, Madam, will you be in every supermarket when this product is sold? The answer is no. So your product should have nutritional fact. What do I stand to benefit if I buy this product? It's only in Nigeria we buy product because others buy it. Why do you buy this product? Make your wife buy every Sunday. Whether she has a sickness, she buy the product, they are copying her. The white people read what they want to buy and pay for. I know why they are buying it. Choosing the proper packaging for your product can reduce losses, keep food fresh, and make the more appealing. Part of the problem we had when we did our political yam export was packaging. They did as if that was the first time yam was going to be exported. I have a woman that's doing yam in Lagos. She does 20 metric tons to New Jersey every month. No noise. I think I have the picture. So before I did, I'll have to show you the picture on how yam is being packaged. And for you that come from Ogoni, your yam is better for export because it stays longer. Come to your place and pick your life for analysis. Ogoni yam, as it stays, it gets dry. Anybody from Ogoni here? As the yam stays, it gets dry. Puna yam. Now we are waiting. China is about replicating that the big food and now they're about doing it and be taking it to you. And we have one advantage. We are closer to you. If you are going by sea or taking any item from Nigeria to Europe, it's 2 weeks. China is about 45 days, and we're not taking advantage of that. Agricultural packaging. From bulk shipment to retail packaging of grocery stores, the agricultural packaging being used in major consideration for basis. Choosing the proper packaging for your product. Okay, I'm done that. Wait, keep it up. Okay. Factors to consider when choosing export packaging. Can you see this? That's banana. That's banana. The time we were having it before, I don't know what has happened to it. Protection, avoiding damage. Okay, security. Like packaging, very, very important. Even when you are doing cosmetics, if you don't do your temper proof, somebody can use your cosmetics to carry cocaine, and if they hold it, they trace it to you. So that's why you must temper proof your product. I think they say my time. Okay, I want to rush and leave it there, but if you want to do packaging, we have a packaging expert. I'm also a packaging expert. Don't just stop today. Don't go and tell somebody you need packaging. I've only just run down on packaging. We will train you and then coach you on one-on-one. The women we train. Then finally for women, who has ever heard of She Trade program? United Nations She Trades. She Trades. Okay, if you have not, you can Google it. Go and register free. Nobody collect money from you. Then by the grace of God, as I yesterday, we have been appointed as a verifier. We verify you and recommend you. They can register you. It's 100% free. They will take you to trade fairs. They will empower your product and so many other things. So thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We can take one question, and if you want to ask him something after this great speech, you could send it to him directly. Just one question, brief question. Okay, please. One brief question, and we'll wrap it here. Okay? Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for the presentation. She was fast, but still very, very, very practical. So I wanted to ask, is there a general standardized framework for packaging that is beyond the need for branding, as opposed to market-centric packaging? Like, are people just supposed to just package? Because with market research, I realized that people just package based on making it final and showing their brand. We should be more important, packaging from marketers and knowing exactly how they want it, or just packaging so that you can show everybody that you're premium.
Thank you so much. That question is very big, and I'll just summarize it. One, different countries have their packaging requirements. Their packaging for exports. We have a general packaging requirement. Your packaging material must have what we call voluntary and mandatory information. Hello? You must put your voluntary and mandatory information. One of the mandatory information is about certification. One of the mandatory information is about allergy. If you know that if there's groundnut here, and you put here, let them know that if you're allergic to groundnut, don't buy this product. Because if not so internationally, you pay a lot to insurance. So in a nutshell, if you want to export to a particular country, apart from knowing all that you have done on packaging, see, as a country-specific question, packaging is not just about beauty, it's about pricing the information needed by the consumer to know why they must buy that product. That's just how I can put it. Outside that, it is a class war.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much. Packaging, farming, collaboration, financing, developing, all that is going on here on Farmsby Conference. All right, so welcome on stage quickly. Mr. Uford Ebon is going to be talking on hydroponics, grow more with less, and he represents Ibom Entrepreneurship Society. A round of applause for Mr. Uford Ebon. Mr. Uford Ebon, Ibom Entrepreneurship Society, and it's going to be giving us an insight on hydroponics, grow more with less. Thank you very much, sir. And if you have questions, you can write them down during the conversation so that we could briefly take it. For 15 minutes, I know you will it. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Uford. I'm the secretary, CEO of the Entrepreneurship Society. It's an NGO. It started when I was in Canada. This is my first time really coming out like this to talk. I'm not very used to how these things look because they don't look so nice. The topic that I'm going to talk on is very, very crucial because it's the future of farming. So if anybody out there wants to really know what farming is all about, they better come in because I might not be able to talk 15 minutes as Madam has told me. You move. You are taking up my time. 15 minutes, you're not even doing it. Okay, aquaponics. We ask ourselves, what is aquaponics? What is hydroponics? What is aquaculture? Hydroponics is a method where you grow plants, vegetables without without soil. You don't put them in the ground. You don't need soil. You only use water. What is the differences between hydroponic and aquaponic? Remember, hydro has water. Aqua talks about the things that live in water. We have terrariums and we have aquarium. Who knows what an aquarium is here? Aquarium. Farmers. Aquarium. Thank you. Aquarium, you put fish inside an aquarium. We had terrarium. You put animals that live on land in a terrarium, like snails, etc. Can you really grow plants without soil? Can you feed cows, goats, chicken, rabbits, grass cutters, ducks, geese, sheep, any herbivorous, completely from start to the end, with what we call biofeeds, which you grow with what? Hydroponics. Next one. Hydroponic is a combination of hydroculture, which is growing first, which is growing fish and other aquatic animals with hydroponics or hydroponics, where you will mix them together. I can't really see well because this projector is not really eye-friendly. So I'll just talk. I think, but you can just pass. I would have wanted them to really know what I wrote there, but I can't see. I know they can't see either. Go on. Okay, now just click. Use the mouse and click the middle of that place so this thing can start running. It's like a movie. Just click it once and wait. Oh boy. This is really a third world country. I can't do this. Jesus. Okay. I wrote here hydroponic plus aquaponic equals aquaculture. What this thing should have done should have been when the animal or the fish in this container puts its poo or whatever, the submersible pump here will suck out the dirty water, will send it into this place that is called grow beds. And if you notice, these are plants growing on the grow beds.
That one person that is still there is for a reason. So we cannot stop. We cannot stop because of him.
From the food
yes,
for the plants and the food for the plants will clean this water, and the water will come back to a cycle here back. So the fish and the plants are interdependent on a cycle of each other for survival. That is the definition of hydroponic and aquaculture. Next. Keep going. Click. Whether that thing will play. Oh boy. That's it. Click. Okay. Now, when I came to Nigeria, I decided to say, how can we make something that, since we don't have NEPA over here, we don't have lights, all of us, we suffer to make our own lights, we suffer in Africa, and everybody that is there, because the government makes sure we suffer, and we suffer very well. I wish they were here, so I wanted to talk while the two people who were here, so I can talk, so they can know not to come over and start, His Excellency, that doesn't work. Saying those things doesn't pay the bills, my friend. No, it doesn't pay bills. Now, I know I have a sponsor who's not angry, but I have to say the truth. This is called, this unit here, I produced it here in Nigeria, is called Biofeed Production Plant. Another thing that you're going to start laughing right now is, you know, nowadays when you, I hear that when you enter your farms, there are herdsmen to kill you, isn't it? So I decided to say, I don't want my people to die. So they can build this and create their own food in the house and stay in the houses and keep on eating. But still, with biofeeds, you can get seeds, grow them in 7 days, and you can give them to your cattle, you can give them to your chicken, you can give them to your grasscutters. You can stay confinedly in your own compartment and create your own food and survive. In any worst case scenario, in my house in Calgary, I can stay and produce my own things without even going to the market because of coronavirus. But even as I'm talking about coronavirus, I don't even think it exists. But don't say I said that. Okay, let's go to another. You see, these things that you see can be produced to give to cattle. If all these people who always say, I need parts of way for your land, I need part of way for your land, or I will kill you. If they can be, matured enough to go and learn how to produce their own biofeeds for their cows, I'm telling you, Nigeria is the sweetest place to live because we are able to bypass taxes. We are able to do anything we want. Everything in Nigeria is just done. I don't know how to put it, but it's done here rightly. Click this, let's go to another. Hydroponic farming is as old as anything. Even in Babylon, they have what we call vertical farming. We have what they call, farming without soil, with just water. So it's a very old thing. It has been existing. It has existed for a long time. And in the 60s, Australian people started spreading it all over the world. I'm just trying to go very fast, but I think I will drop this slide with my sponsor, so it can get to you, and because it's very, very important. It's not a 15 minutes training, and I wish the videos were playing. If you have a 3-meter by 4-meter house inside your land or inside your farm, you can create biofeed for cows, for 2 cows, 10 pigs, 11 goats, 10 sheep, and over 400 birds. They can eat through biofeeds of that thing that I showed you. They can eat it just like hay, and they will grow. Let me tell you something. Overseas, they are no more using organic feeds. I came to Nigeria, we are still planning to import chicken feed. There's no chicken food. They are now looking at us using our population